Good morning, students. Today we will see the legislative powers of the cabinet. In that we are going to study about the 6 points. That is the first. In that the first is introduction of bills. Secondly, source of information. Third, amendment to the constitution. Fourth, summoning the House of Parliament. Fifth, president's special address. And the last one is issuing ordinances. At first, we will see the introduction of bills. In that, the cabinet and the departments of administration take initiative in legislations. In fact, the cabinet initiates almost 95% of the bills, means on year about 95% bills are just handled by the cabinet. The legislative proposals that the cabinet formulates are called official bills. Whatever legislative proposals are formulated by cabinet, that are called as the official bills. That bills are given priority and preferences over private bills. Formulation of these bills involves not only preparing the draft of the proposals but also presenting them before the parliament for approval. Means after the official bills are formulated by the cabinet that are presented in front of the parliament, means the member in front of the member of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. The cabinet explains the merits of the bills, whatever positive points, whatever good bills are there in the bill, that are explained by the cabinet. It is the cabinet who pilots the bill through various processes of legislation from introduction to the final passage of the bill. The parliament only discusses, scrutinizes, and by putting its seal of approval legitimizes the legislative proposals formulated by the cabinet. That is the responsibility of the parliament member to complete or to just ratify, approve that specific legislative proposal. Secondly, the source of information. In that, the ministers along with the secretaries of the concerned departments answer questions put to them by members of the Lok Sabha. Whatever questions are putting in front of them by Lok Sabha, that they should have to answer the questions, and thus provide information to the public through their representatives. Means even that secretaries and the ministers are just appointing that representatives, those who are going to provide information to the Lok Sabha members. They should just present the positive views of that specific bills. Thirdly, the amendment to the constitution. Amendment means corrections. The cabinet is instrumental in planning and moving the amendment of the constitution. The cabinet is responsible for the corrections. Useful corrections can be done in the constitution. That work is done by the cabinet. Summoning the house of the parliament. Summoning means closing or stop the work. Although the houses are summoned by the president, initiative in this matter is taken by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. Parliamentary houses shall be or will be summoned by the president. That matters are taken by the Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs. Whatever work is done by the ministers of parliament, that should be summoned by the president. President is responsible for the summoning of the houses, in short. President's special address. The cabinet prepares the president's special address to the parliament. The cabinet thus sets forth its legislative program at the commencement of the first session of Lok Sabha after each general election. After every 5 years, general elections are held, and whenever the new members are appointed, at the time the first session will be presided by the President of India. At the commencement of the first session of Parliament each year, even at the each year's first session is presided by the President. Cabinet also advises the President to issue ordinances when the Parliament is not in session. Ordinances means temporary laws or temporary acts are done by the President. Up to that content we will study today. Remaining we will see in next period.